Big brown snake.
Jesus Christ. Justin's done 2 Asian impressions already, and we're 1 minute, 47 seconds
fucking
in.
quoting the goddamn Chappelle Show, which they did as...
It takes 2.
You really have Mary Kate Nasty Olsen?
You're damn right I do.
I gotta put that up.
Instead of Showgirls? Nick, you're a strange duck.
Yeah, I got mine. I got that copy of Big the other day, even though I already had the other one.
Welcome to the Frog Brothers Kaijuvision.
Hello, and welcome to Strange Glow Video presents Kaijuvision. Tonight, we will talk about the 1984 film, Godzilla.
Godzilla.
The Return of Godzilla.
Return of Godzilla.
Godzilla 84.
There's many titles.
Godzilla 85.
Godzilla.
There's a little bit of stuff going on with this. So you can
That
watch
song was first played in this movie. You can listen for it.
many versions of this film.
That's
The
not
American
the one I
version.
was singing the Blue Oyster Cult song.
I know.
That's not in this movie.
Yeah, it is.
The version
the
Nick
American
watched.
The
version.
end credit song, though, is genuinely something I listen on playlists all the time.
There's some really good scores in these films.
I have a playlist of Japanese music, and
Japanese.
there's some,
Like that song about turning
Great.
Japanese?
like 80s Japanese pop. It's fucking so good. And it sounds a lot like that ending song, but this
Is
one
that song
sounds,
about having an orgasm?
it's about
Burning
Godzilla.
Japanese is a masturbation song, yes.
Oh, it's about masturbation orgasms?
Turning
Jesus.
Japanese, yeah. That's
We're talking about Godzilla.
Yeah, but you gotta wonder if Godzilla jerks off.
You can't reach it.
He doesn't have
Not the same way, anyway. If he does, he's humping something.
a visible penis.
Well, he might, lay on the couch and throw his legs over his head, you know?
Oh, he doesn't have a couch. He has a volcano. He probably sticks his cock in the volcano and fucks the lava.
Oh, like the Chappelle Show spoof. I get it.
Yeah.
Big brown snake.
Jesus Christ. Justin's done 2 Asian impressions already, and we're 1 minute, 47 seconds
Fucking
in.
quoting the goddamn Chappelle Show, which they did as...
It takes 2.
You really have Mary Kate Nasty Olsen?
You're damn right I do.
I gotta put that up.
Instead of Showgirls? Nick, you're a strange duck.
Yeah, I got that copy of Big the other day, even though I already had the other one.
Yeah, but you're
That's
changing what's in the stack here.
It takes 2.
Well, we had Showgirls up for the last video.
So I watched this movie in Japanese, no dub.
Because you're a fucking weirdo.
He didn't have a choice, I guess.
That's what I had available for me for my streaming choices. That I could sling from my phone to my TV.
So you probably don't have details written down like that it takes place on Daikoku Island at first.
Is it not Daikoku in Japanese?
No, it is,
they
but I
pronounce
mean,
it?
I feel like it probably just sounds like mush mash to him. And you can't see anything. You know what I mean? Does that even sound recognizable?
Mush mash.
Daikoku?
Yeah, some of the words will
No,
make
it
sense. Are you making this up?
I didn't hear
No,
it.
it's written there though.
You don't have to listen. I mean, you don't have to listen to enjoy a movie. I heard all the sound effects, all the fun shit in there.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's rocky ass water after the volcano eruption, and
Rocky ass water.
that's what I wrote. And then you get the Godzilla roar, and he comes through. The music is fucking epic. We love it. The guy on boat listening to the report sees the actual missing boat or whatever that they're talking about on the report that he's listening to, and he sees it, and he's like, hello, there's nobody on there. So he's like, all right, I'm going to go investigate, because fuck it.
The journalist goes out there, yeah.
And, so he's exploring the boat, and he comes across a corpse, and at the same time, a bunch of dope vintage electronics.
Yes, all those electronics in there, I'm like, these are great.
Yeah. And it looks like it would have happened a while ago, but there's a lot of goo there, and it's pretty gross.
Because you're fucking breathing and burping right in the microphone, you fucking heathen.
And then there's the parasites.
Yes, those things are fucking cool.
I love these, and I love it because it's so 80s as fuck.
That little thing on a string, like floating across the room
Yeah,
to attack him,
that's
and then
a little
he throws
cheesy,
himself down. It's
but, like,
amazing.
it still works.
I think the little fairy girl should be in every one of these. Personally,
Yeah, I mean,
they were the Mothra girls, though.
yeah,
right?
they're
Yeah.
from Mothra, Team Mothra.
They should still be in every one.
no, I love those.
Steve Guttenberg
Yeah, Steve
and
Guttenberg.
Kirstie Alley.
He shows up.
Yeah, and fights Godzilla.
Exactly.
Gets defeated very
Very
easily.
good.
Godzilla versus the Goot.
I didn't know Kirstie Alley and Steve Guttenberg were in that. We're gonna have to review this.
Did you even watch Godzilla, Nick?
Mhm.
Okay. He's like the kid. He's like
Dun, dun,
he's like fucking Rain Man over here.
dun. I'm reading the back of this box.
Definitely Kirstie Alley.
Yeah, definitely
Steve
Kirstie Alley.
Guttenberg. Steve Guttenberg. And It Takes Two. Steve Guttenberg.
You have this lovely picture of Elvira right in front of you, and
I've
you're
seen
reading
that.
the back of a cardboard
but
box.
I've seen that before.
Fucking this guy.
They show. Well, the guy woke up and they saved him. They call an editor. They show him the old Godzilla pics, and he's like, "Oh shit, yeah, that's what I saw." And they're like, "Oh, so it is Godzilla."
Yeah.
He didn't see another giant lizard, did
Because
we?
at this point, this is a direct sequel to the original, so anything previous has been ignored at this point.
Yeah.
Godzilla was the first series to do that. It wasn't the Halloween movies or anything.
Yeah.
We're ignoring all the sequels.
It's the first that I know of, anyway. And they determined that
Maybe Tarzan did it.
these people were killed by sea lice, and then they are.
Lice?
Have you seen this, Justin? You heard about this in Japanese?
I mean,
Because they're just sitting there talking. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I figure it's just
sea
hilarious
lice-
to you.
Sea lice is crabs, right?
I mean, I get the good action
The,
sequences.
the sea lice, though. This is new. You seen about this? You heard about this?
You
The sea
heard about
lice.
this?
The sea lice have mutated because they've been feeding off Godzilla.
Sea
So they're
lions.
giant sea lice.
Giant sea lions.
Sea lice.
I know, but
It's
when you say it
crabs.
as Jay Leno, it sounds like lion.
It's sea lice.
sea lions.
It's Godzilla.
My face got burned up, and I'm out of the hospital.
Godzilla's destroying Tokyo. You seen this? Heard about this?
I crashed my car into a police car. You seen this? You heard about this? That's a funny video.
I caught on fire. Second-degree burns all over myself.
I love how Godzilla looks in this movie.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Standard, right?
Yeah.
Pretty standard.
Pretty good, though.
Yeah, but the face has some pretty good stuff on there, too.
Yeah, that's when they talk about how it's 50 years later.
30.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I was looking at 54 when I read that. 54 to 84.
1954, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the professor talk. And then Godzilla starts fucking some shit up.
Yeah.
Looks like a factory.
Oh, yeah, he goes and feeds at the nuclear
Exactly.
facility.
And he starts fucking sticking his head right in the fucking thing. And they're like, what's he doing? And they're like, what do you think he's doing?
He's charging. It's like a lithium-ion battery. Like
And I
his little
love-
tails. Like,
Have we gotten to the part where the Americans and Russians are trying to get permission to bomb?
Well, he attacks the Russian sub, Godzilla does, and the Russians think it's the Americans attacking it, and the Japanese are like, hold up, we gotta stop these motherfuckers from fucking this shit up, because it's just Godzilla. It's not the Americans attacking the Russians. We gotta fucking stop these motherfuckers.
They don't want nuclear annihilation going on. They already know what happens when Americans act irresponsibly.
Yeah, and then you have a Godzilla newsprint montage. Classic.
Classic 80s thing, man. Like
It's almost exactly verbatim the music from Airplane when they do the montage with the newspapers.
But that fucking works, though. Like, that's such a sign of the times thing, but it really
Did they
tells
do
the
the
story.
spinning newspaper?
I don't know if they
On
did.
the printing press, like where they're showing that piece, yeah.
The first 45 minutes I watched, I was drunk, so. A little hazy.
A little hazy.
A little hazy on the detail.
They
It was
discuss
hilarious, though.
nukes. They're blasting missiles out the fucking ass at Godzilla. This is way later on because there's a bunch of stuff I just didn't take notes on. I just kind of watched the movie and chilled with because
What the fuck? Those flying little spaceships.
the little
They were shooting laser beams at it.
yeah, it's a government it's a government thing that was
Are you doing the lisp of the Jay Leno lisp?
It's
No.
just like residual now. It's just a little bit there. You can't help it.
so it's a government ship. You see, we were talking. Everybody's talking. You know, they're talking. What are we doing about Godzilla? Godzilla's a big
Japanese
problem.
had these
Yeah,
spaceships.
he's a real big problem with big feet.
He's walking around. He's got a big old slong hanging down between his knees, wrecking buildings. He's coming on people. Why is children? My son saw this penis hanging around. Anyway,
Okay. I like how it was
seen
Jay
this? You
Leno.
heard about this?
You went off the deep end. Godzilla dick by
Did Jay Leno have a son?
Godzilla's massive penis by Jay Leno. It's an essay.
Son of Godzilla. That's me.
Well, yeah. Well, you asked me about the spaceship thing. It's a government thing that they said they made and were saving in reserve in case something
Godzilla,
fucked up
yeah.
happened. And it wasn't even specifically for Godzilla. It was for like an attack on their country, like in defense. And a lot of these movies, these Japanese Godzilla movies, get very political, and like even Shin Godzilla is probably the biggest example of that by the time they're at that movie. But this one has a good amount of it too, the bureaucracy and stuff.
Shin Godzilla is the one where he's like mutating throughout the whole thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this does a
one of
good
the
job
newer
of
ones.
setting up the political stuff, because you can see, like, and in my notes, I just said, like, the little version of NATO that they had, right? And I was like, okay, so these are things that are going on. Like, you see the Americans fighting with the Russians, and then Japan's like, no, you guys are fucking idiots. And they do a good job of making Americans and Russians look like fucking idiots. I love that part about this movie. It made me happy.
So then there's some downtown fuckery. Godzilla shows up.
Yeah,
comes
you gotta
out of the
fuck
water.
up downtown.
He's like, all right, I'm going to fuck this world up now. And this is sort of where you see the Ghostbusters poster in there during his downtown entrance, which is pretty cool. Nick's like, I don't remember this.
You don't remember the Ghostbusters poster in there?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was great. Obviously, that poster was popular during filming, so...
Yeah, so that's fun.
Did he
The
describe
model
it?
sets here, I love it.
The model sets look great.
It's one of my favorite Godzilla sequences ever, is this to the end of the movie, basically.
Well, the model sets look amazing, and it just reminds you of, like, Power Rangers, like, to the next level.
Well, yeah,
right?
it's like high-budget Power Rangers.
Yes.
The ending sequence here is very much like the ending of Power Rangers, the movie, but it's much better than Power Rangers.
And, you know, as a kid, I always wondered why I liked the Dragon Zord the best in Power Rangers, and it's strictly Godzilla. You're just like, this is the, like, Mecha Godzilla. Yeah, Mecha Godzilla is pretty cool, but, I mean, the Dragon Zord's pretty fucking cool, too.
Yeah, so then they start lasering Godzilla with that spaceship, basically. And Godzilla's like, ah, shit, this is fucking me up. Ah, shit, I don't like it.
What are they shooting in his mouth?
Like a fucking missile, I think, or something that
Started-
exploded.
Was he bleeding green or something? Well, something was coming out of his mouth.
And then he fucking falls over into a building for a while and takes a nap.
You hear his heartbeat, and then, yeah.
So he had heartburn from swallowing the missile.
I know.
Well, and then he
Acid
wakes up,
reflux.
starts fucking some more shit up, and then is like, all right, well,
Time to hit the dusty trail.
yeah, I'm going to go back to my volcano now. Do some Godzilla shit. You guys know where to find me.
He's like basically like it at the end of the first movie. Or the first half, like where he's like, I gotta go hide in the sewer for a while here. Somebody better seal me off in here for a little bit, and I'll be back in
Yeah.
about.
Is he Beetlejuice?
27
He came
years.
back 30 years. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. There is a Beetlejuice reference in that 90s show.
But not in this movie.
Well, at least that had come out
This
True.
predates.
on VHS.
And like I said before, I love this ending credits song.
The ending credits in this is, yeah, that's a good tune. This is a lot of fun, though, for... Because, you know, some of the Godzilla stuff was, like, really hit or miss. Some of the Godzilla movies are hit or miss, but this one's, like, a really good...
It's easily in my top
Let's
5
do
for
Son,
sure.
Son of Godzilla next time. Is that what it's called?
I mean, we can do any
I
of
think
them.
so.
That one's goofy.
That one's fucking ridiculous. But
That doesn't necessarily make them bad, though. Ridiculous can be a great
just
thing.
all you have to do is literally Google images search of the Godzilla's child in that movie,
Oh, I know. It's
and you don't
fucking
even.
bad.
It's
You don't even need to watch the movie at that point. You
Yeah,
just
you
know.
don't.
Like, this is serious.
I've got I think 5 Godzilla tapes on VHS. I want to say
You got the one in front of us here.
I have Godzilla King of the Monsters on VHS, which is the original but the American version. I have King Kong versus Godzilla,
King Kong.
Godzilla versus Gigan, Godzilla versus Megalon,
Got a King Kong anniversary.
and
coming up.
Godzilla 2000, and Godzilla 98, of course.
How would you rate this compared to other Godzilla films?
It's in my top 5.
top 5?
It
Nick?
might be my top 2 even. You know
Top
what I
five,
mean?
top Godzilla movies.
Yeah, where do you
I
rate
have
it?
no idea.
I'd say top 10 for sure.
They'd have to. I don't know.
But man,
I'd have to watch them all back to back.
I haven't even seen them all, so
from what I've seen though, I
I'm still on the hunt.
could easily tell you it's top 10 of what I've seen. Because I mean, you know, I've seen so many on TNT back in the day and everything else, just when they play
That's
them all
why I
the
used to
time.
watch them all the time.
But this one holds up. It's a fun movie. It's just serious enough, though, that you can kind of tell, like, they're still examining the nuclear fallout and what that did to society in Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's social commentary, and people would say this is a woke movie. Like, oh, God, they're all talking about nuclear policy and everything else. And you're like, no, this is very fucking pertinent still.
Godzilla is trans. So
Well, Godzilla doesn't identify as anything.
Godzilla identifies as whatever
Godzilla.
it wants to be.
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Well, that was a pretty short review for Godzilla, but got anything else to say about it?
Godzilla.
And yeah, Nick, you're pretty quiet on this. You said you were drunk the first half of the movie. What were you drinking? What were you drunk
Wild
on?
turkey or something?
Wild turkey or something? You don't even know what you're drinking?
I think so.
Well, that's beautiful.
That was the first 45 minutes, or 38 minutes, I think it was. When I started up, it was at 38 minutes. So. Finished it today.
Oh, I see. So you're falling asleep drunk when you watched the first half.
No, I stopped it. I didn't fall asleep.
But you were tired.
I was...
I don't think you gave this a fair shake.
Out of whack, yeah. I watched over an hour sober. It's fine.
Well, that's Nick for you. All right. Well, if you're not on our Patreon,
The bad dub is really funny when you're drunk, though.
I bet. Jump over to our Patreon, sign up for $3 a month,
Be a patron.
and we'll send you a sticker set for signing up.
Sticker set.
Patreon.com/StrangeGlowVideo.
Enter
$3 a month, people.
Yeah.
It's a deal.
I'm going to do a review of That 90s Show. It's going to be up before the end of January.
I'm going to do a review of that 80s show.
Good. You should.
I do want to watch it because...
I've watched episodes.
Because Dennis is in it.
You know what? Actually, I saw Mortal Kombat Conquest is on HBO Max, and I might have to get HBO Max because of that.
Is that the TV show?
That's the live-action TV show from the 90s.
Yeah, that was awful.
It would air like at the same next to fucking Xena.
What's her name? Katana?
That's one of the characters' names, yes.
The girl that played her in the movies, didn't she come back for the TV show? Or am I thinking
nobody did. I don't
nobody
think.
did? I was thinking somebody did.
But there's also the cartoon Defenders of the Realm, and that one's the cartoon, and I found that one on
I think I watched
Daily Motion.
That one wasn't too bad, was it? The cartoon?
Well, I mean, it's not great, but it's entertaining. But it is weird as fuck.
A lot of that stuff gets weird when they're like, hey, let's do a TV series about this. You're like, no.
Very low budget.
Yeah, kind of. Well, that's Godzilla, 1984, or The Return of Godzilla.
What a tiny.
Tune back in
Return of Godzilla.
next week for a live episode. We'll be live streaming.
Live.
Potentially. We'll have to figure that out.
Live.
If I don't have my internet back in time, we might not be, but we'll figure that out.
We'll do. I got some Windows 95 dial-up. No, not Windows 95.
It's my birthday week next week, so if we have to substitute anything, I will take care of that.
We'll be filming from Twin Peaks.
I wish.
The restaurant.
I wish. No. Not that. I thought you meant like Washington.
The Washington restaurant they actually
Let's
filmed
go.
in. Yes,
Let's
that'd be a
go.
good trip.
Yeah.
That's on the list, but finances.
Well, that's it. Good night.
I have to return some videotapes.